Ad Astra. Thank you for complete.
Those memories. So dark.
I came here several times with my father when I was little, but stopped eating here.
Oh, don't worry. We haven't eaten at a hotel like this in a while.
In that case, I'll go.
Ooh, everything looks so good.
Why, of course. Go ahead, try whatever you like. If the food's good, I'll make a group reservation for the rest of Spina di Rosula next time.
And if it's not?
Well, then I'll still bring everyone. I'll be—
You, sure have your own way of doing things. Oh, we called this a farewell meal, but we could have—
Oh, true. Very true. In that case, boss, we'll have another 2 dishes.
Huh? Paimon didn't mean that you had to order even more food. Speaking of cases, do you think that the mastermind behind the serial disappearances will get caught soon now that this has all happened?
Well, we've certainly taken a big step forward, but I feel that's about it. We know that there's an organization that means to dissolve these young women, but we still don't know what they are really—
If it hadn't happened right in front of us, Paimon wouldn't have ever believed that a person could be dissolved like that.
Right? Yet it was because— In such investigations, even the smallest step— To be honest, I don't have high hopes for any follow-up that the authorities— It's not that I don't— It's easy to go— Which is exactly why the Spina do— Those highfalutin— It's all— Let's talk about something else. Like,
That's true. We
I've heard that there's a long line—
Yeah. Guess that's been—
Well, one way would be to infiltrate a performance troupe at the— I'm sure Lady Furina would be eager to see the ending, and would agree in order to finish— All right, here's another. I can personally testify that this one works. When I'm sleepy— valid point. All right, no more joking around. You did defeat her in court, clearing citizens of hers from false accusations. False accusations she had nearly upheld personally. I imagine that she feels quite ashamed about the whole thing.
You mean that if we catch her while she's on a break, she might be too embarrassed to refuse? Oh, that does make some sense. Why don't we give it a try after—
Huh? No, it's...
Alright. Honestly, Paimon wouldn't recommend Fonta anyway. It tastes kinda salty and icky.
Is that so? If we're all finished eating, then...
Yeah. Oh, so full. Paimon can barely float anymore. That would be so... Hey, Navia! What are you doing over there?
Oh, nothing. It was just a meal, you know?
Let's get ready to...
So this is goodbye, huh? Well, if you do encounter any other trouble in in any case...
See ya! There aren't many people around anymore. Looks like that boat we took to Aranias might...
Vache.
Looks like we're back here again. Huh? Traveler? Ugh. That's kinda spooky.
Vache?
Hey, why are you still walking towards it? Huh? Hang on. Hey, Traveler? Stop walking! Come on, wake up!
Vache! Are you... my dear Vache? No, wait. You seem to be someone else. Wait. Who am I? I'm very sorry. I fear I do not know. My memories feel like they have been washed away like a flood. So many fragments dissolved amidst the tide, never to be recovered. How much have I lost? How many things that I once held dear while on land? Yes, that is what I was once. I do not know how I came to be like this either. I only vaguely I also remember going to many places. I loved adventure, loved exploring places of peril. No matter where, but now... No! Our reunion no longer has any meaning. The thought of me, if you meet Vache, perhaps that is... If only I could have comforted him. Is that what you call it? Dissolving? If anything, I consider it a form of release. It was a state of neither fear nor frenzy, with only an endless... I could also liken it to being a thirsty person who drinks water for the first time. I think I hear your companion. It's time for you to go, I think. Farewell, then.
Wake up! Come on, hurry! Navia's outnumbered!
It's a whole army of Gardamex. Chlorand? Quick, now's our chance! I should thank you for lending us your sword there, Chlorand. But before I do so, could you explain how you managed to show up here?
I followed you. It seemed to me that danger has followed you more closely as of late.
I believe that following someone without their knowledge is actually called stalking, is it not?
Mr. Callus's last wish was for me to ensure your safety, and I will not betray his trust. He would do the same, were he alive today.
Do not speak of my father!
Sorry, demoiselle. I was not strong enough.
Thank you for your aid, Miss Clorand, but do keep an eye out for your manner of speech. I believe we all wish to avoid unnecessary emotional harm.
Sorry, I did not consider your feelings.
Whatever. What else do you...
I doubt I know much more than your performance to...
And what...
None of these mecha have... I can only conclude...
What? Your point?
Yes.
I will continue investigating no matter what. We will bring the truth to light. That's my father's true last wish. Regardless... Right. I suppose that's the best news we've gotten today.
Demoiselle, I believe that Miss Clorand was being sincere with you.
I know, she's...
Oh, thank goodness! Paimon thought we were done for! Those Gardamex came... Oh, and there was that champion duelist named Clorand who came out to save us too! We got lucky there. Paimon probably couldn't have fought them off otherwise.
Oh, come now. Forget all that polite talk. That wasn't really a farewell meal we had back there. Not for me, anyway. In truth, I hope that every meal we have together shall be a victory feast. As such, we're still partners. There's no need to think.
It will take 50 years for me to match Demoiselle's magnanimity.
If it were me...
All right, you two. That's enough.
Actually, Navia, how did you know that we were in danger?
Well, to be honest, you're the one who tipped us off, Paimon.
Huh? Really? Paimon contributed somehow? Cool, Paimon's even more amazing than she thought!
Yes, all thanks to you grabbing my drink by mistake.
How did that help?
After we parted ways, I was on the way back to one of our bases when I suddenly thought of what you said. That the Fanta tasted kind of... Fanta only comes in sweet flavors. So how could it have tasted salty? The color of the drink, if I recall, had also been a bit off.
So the Fanta had been spiked with water from the primordials.
Yes. So if you hadn't drunk that cup for me...
Spina di Rosula is preparing the grandest of awards for you as we speak for saving the boss.
Huh? Really?
I sent people to Hotel de Boer. That's when I figured out that you might be in...
But why would they go after us too? All we did was defend Linny in court.
Well, you did foil a plan that they were Speaking of which,
Well, it can't be a coincidence that the Traveler fainted just now. He said that he heard that voice calling for Vache again. Oh, and this time Paimon heard it too! But it was real faint. Does that mean the primordial seawater raised—
That doesn't sound like too much of a bad thing, to be honest.
new intel? While you were out cold?
Well, let's hear it. Oh, that is important. Vache. That name doesn't ring a bell. I suppose he hasn't stepped forward as a witness in court lately. Since he saw that young woman dissolve, he was at least at the crime scene. But he never gave testimony or any information regarding people dissolving in the primordial seawater. Could he have been threatened? Yes, thank you. Oh, you mean you'll help us investigate?
Well, you did say that our farewell meal didn't really count. That means we're still partners, right? And besides, we're in this now whether we like it or not. You're not gonna let those people who targeted us get off the hook so easily, are you, Traveler?
Demoiselle, do try not to look quite so pleased. You are the face of Spina di Rosula, after all.
You talk too much. Well, in that, we also have some plans to go over, and hopefully we can—
Don't worry, you two. With us...
It's right up ahead, but let's make sure we weren't followed first.
I've been keeping watch, Demoiselle. I haven't spotted anyone suspicious thus far.
Very good. But let's not let our guard down for now.
I shall find rooms for our respected guests.
Thank you, Malus. Now, let's continue, Traveler.
This is your base? It's not quite what Paimon imagined.
Your accommodations have been arranged.
Well, our funds have been a little tight lately. After all, we don't allow illegal or unethical profiteering. In fact, our funds often come from citizenry who support us.
Seems like it's tough times for everyone. But if you have the support of the people, that does sound like it's worth it.
To be honest, our financial situation was a lot better back when my father was in charge.
Your father...
Demoiselle, if you'll allow me...
And no. My father's name is Callus. 3 years ago, he was accused of murdering his own friend. But he chose a duel to defend his honor, instead of standing trial. He died in the duelist's ring.
Oh no.
But I do not believe my father was a murderer. I'm sure he was set up. At the time, I believed that if he only stood trial and was duly investigated, something amiss would crop up and prove his innocence. But strangely, he not only requested the duel himself, but rumor has it that even after being seriously injured, to the point where he could be deemed as having lost the duel, he refused to surrender, determined to die in the arena. 3 years later, I still don't understand why he did that. How could he protect his honor if he's dead? If anything, he gave up his chance to defend himself. The closest piece of info I have.
So
That's right. I've also tried to investigate the murder. However, I believe I must know what really happened. If only he'd been more open with me when he was still alive. He even hid the fact that my mother died due to complications when giving birth to me. And now, here I am investigating his death. You really are a handful, aren't you, Papa?
Demoiselle, please.
I also will never believe that Master Callus murdered anyone. There are none whom I respect more than the two of you, Demoiselle. Master Callus did so much good in life, yet even our supporters decreased greatly due to...
wait. If Callus was such a good man...
No. Perhaps people love watching the evil.
But how could... never mind.
There is one other thing.
Oh! Her? Yeah. That's not the...
Miss Clorand has always placed great emphasis on the honorable nature of the duel. If her opponent doesn't yield, she will not stop either. She knew Master Callus beforehand and greatly respected him, but seeing how he was resolute in the arena, there was only ever one choice she could have made.
It's not that I don't understand her at all, but I just can't deal with this yet.
Don't worry, Navia. Paimon knows how you feel. You don't have to force your...
Afterward, Miss Clorand told... Yes, that is our understanding as well.
Oh, Papa. What madness drove you to ask the person who killed you to take care of me? All right, anyway, that's the information I wanted to share with you. Even if it did sound like I was just complaining towards the end. Thanks.
Yeah!
Please, relax and get some sleep. We...
Paimon slept so well. This place feels almost too safe. Huh? Navia?
I sent them back to Poisson. It's Spina de Rosula's place of order.
Paimon gets the... but never mind that. When did you get back? Were you waiting here the whole...
No, I just returned after going out for a while.
Wait, so you didn't sleep at all?
How could I after having such critical new evidence appear?
Guess Paimon wasn't speaking for everyone just now, huh?
Unfortunately, this name seems to have been wiped from existence. It doesn't seem to have a match anywhere. I suspect that those behind this have already taken steps to hinder an investigation from this angle. But that does prove that this Vache person is a key witness in the incident.
Does that mean we're too late, though?
No. There is one ray of hope. One place in Fontaine that they would find almost impossible to threaten, no matter how much they wanted to. And that is the archives kept by Chief Justice Neuvillette. A place where detailed files on all the cases in recent years are kept. If the Oceanid you met is one of the young women who went missing recently, we should be able to find some related information there.
So Neuvillette maintained... In that case, let's go talk...
The palais is right up ahead. Come on.
Halt! Please state your business here. The chief...
Hey, don't you recognize us?
Huh? Who are you? Just to be clear, I don't...
See? They've...
Yep. If you're here just to crack...
No.
Oh, yes.
We're here today to
That...
Of course.
All right then, I'll let you through. The chief...
Thanks so...
Please come in.
Sorry to barge in, Monsieur Neuvillette. We only lied to get in because we didn't know any...
It's all right. Please let me know how I may be of assistance to you.
So you're not mad at us?
We're looking for a man called Vacher. He may have been an eyewitness in the serial disappearances case. If we can find him, we may...
Ah, I see.
Who knew that Neuvillette would be so easy to talk to?
Unfortunately, I'm quite certain that no one but there are no records of him either in the
Traveler, what if it was really...
Is that so? I'll write that...
Ahem. Miss Navia, I can understand how you feel. Your father, Callus, was a truly exceptional man. We deeply regret his passing.
And what are you trying to say, Monsieur Neuvillette? Are you trying to console me? Extend your sympathy? Or just express some tendril of regret? No. You are not trying to do any of that. I can hear it in your voice. It's just like last time. After my father took his place in the duelist ring, I pushed through the guards to talk to you as a last resort. You even told me then that in your eyes, the value, if you truly regret Why didn't you give me the power to stop him from throwing his life away? Why did you just let him die? Despised and hated by all. Everything. There are still... If you really have no heart, then just look me in the eyes.
I'm sorry.
You and my father... It's not so much that... Oh well. My apologies for taking my emotions out on you, Monsieur Chief Justice. Let's go, Traveler and Paimon.
Navia,
I'm fine.
you're right.
Now that I think of it, on the...
What is it? Did you think of something?
Yeah, he was outside. It was uncovered and the rain could fall there. Why? Do you think the rain could have affected the crime scene? That thought has occurred to us before. We've even expanded the search area to try to account for that, but didn't find anything of value. Oh? Wait.
So you're saying that the true... Yeah! And if that's...
I really think I... All right, let's go to...
Yeah! We're gonna make...
Do you want to go with me now? Great.
Whoa! What a huge ship! Why would a ship be anchored at a place like this?
There's no need to be so surprised. Well, my father was the one who... A gigantic and glamorous ship embodies discovery, opportunity, ambition, and conquest. It symbolizes Spina di Rosula's bright and limitless...
And Paimon thought you were bluffing when you said Spina di Rosula had a glorious past. Paimon was confused, but now that Paimon has seen this ship for her...
Well, pues so... Melus, we're back!
Apologies for the wait, demoiselle, and our most important partners. You said before that you still had some business.
About that. It's because my part... You still remember, right?
Yes, the case was quite similar to that of Mr. Linney's. Both were what...
Could you tell us a bit...
Yeah, of course. Many years ago, something at a glance, it was a kind of drink that could excite your mood.
Wait!
Yes, he did. Considering what we know now, if you drink synth and if you were to stop drinking it as he oversaw with...
Boss's uncompromising attitude. Not only that...
Yes, recognizing that. My father, the man's name was that night, but then...
Huh?
Sounds just like looking back on it, though. Precisely, but... Considering it now, you're right.
Jacques was an empath. I think this. On that note, however, our opponent is insidious and cruel. They are extremely difficult to deal. Even though Spina di Rosula has lost most of its former glory, Poisson has welcomed a new time of peace, and we have been allowed to live out our life. There is no need to follow your father's path.
If that's indeed what he wished for, was I not the closest person to him? And yet, what was the point of him dying without sharing any of the secrets he knew? Synth is still here. Callus the Unfaithful is still his epithet. Did he think I've never accepted that. I want to find...
Navia.
This is indeed...
So you do know something else, Melus?
Yes, I do. But what drove...
What?
Boss also didn't tell you that, and the serial disappearance, 5 years was nowhere near enough time to resolve this long. Knowing all of this, he decided to use one final intimidation. But as long as if something were to happen to you...
Right, so nobody would be...
As we've seen, bosses...
No, I don't believe it. He never appeared.
No father wants their daughter to see them weak and haggard, especially someone as proud as Boss. To him, dying in a duel and suffering lasting dishonor as the...
So he chose to die?
I'm afraid you're not understanding this. If Boss's spirit, I'm sure he'd be extremely...
That fool. Couldn't he have just given it to me straight? No. He might have... Is that the amount of confidence he had in me? And what if I was never able to make it to where... Yeah. I suppose, but thankfully, he rarely talked to me about complex matters, and thus understood little of me as a person. Huh. Malus, what was the key evidence that he shared with you?
It's the location where synth is produced. Essentially, it's the enemy's headquarters. When he was threatening the enemy, Boss didn't share the specifics of the incriminating evidence he found. But if you want to use it...
Why? If we know...
You mustn't forget that we're fighting against... There's no telling, but a single... The worst case...
Then, in that...
Well, you saw one of...
But things...
You sound like you've put a lot of thought into this, Malus.
I am the butler. I've always been willing to take on any kind of...
Thank you for all of that, Malus. Have you discovered any...
Let me think. When I announced if the vendors did... After several rounds... The first is Flor...
Huh?
Yes, thanks to his... There's someone else like him, too. Marcel.
Uncle Marcel.
It's a guild in Poisson. In the beginning,
So, they're...
Yes, it's...
The final suspect is Thierry, the man responsible for coordinating information. Although the guards... Since Thierry is always in the know about...
I see. To think that the...
If you want to invest...
Of course. And thank you, Malus.
You're too kind. And before I forget, proving after that incident, if it might help...
Aw, thank you so much, Malus. You really are the...
A new case awaits, my dear partner. I hope we can work together to uncover the truth and end this case once and for all.
It is settled, then.
Thank you for arranging.
Excuse me, miss. Do you need anything from us?
Oh,
Hey, Navia's all quiet. This isn't like her...
I'm sorry that I only...
Ah, if it's a...
But aren't all of those things nothing compared to the loss of Jacques?
You don't understand at all.
I didn't know how to... I know.
I'm sorry. I appreciate the sentiment, but on the matter regarding my husband, my daughter and I have more or less found our answer already.
Would you mind sharing it with me?
I always knew that my husband's money was earned through others' suffering. He told me countless times that if he could turn back, he had many regrets, and felt that he took the idea of providing for his family. So when Mr. Callis came to him with a proposal, he accepted it almost immediately. He tried to be as careful as he could, but even so, he was still found out by the higher-ups.
They found out about his betrayal?
Papa didn't say that exactly.
But before he left that day, he told me that he had no choice. It was only later. I don't know that for sure, but you could say that's the conclusion. Which is why I'm the one who should feel guilty. Even if he fired the shot that killed my husband.
But Mama, Papa always wanted to be...
Well, things are...
Yeah, Papa was a really good man. The best...
Then you should hold on to that. If a good man had to do a bad thing, then he must have had his reasons. Regardless of...
Oh.
Thank you for everything you've told me.
Thank you. Even though your personality is quite different from your father's, your determination when you speak is really similar.
You really think so? That's the first time anyone said that to me.
Are you okay, Navia?
I'm fine. Don't worry. Let's investigate the 3 suspects next. Florent should be nearby, and we should be able to find Thierry and Uncle Marcel in the city.
Greetings, boss. How may I be of assistance today?
I'm sure you've heard about what happened at the Opera House. Someone got turned into water.
Yeah, I've heard.
It also reminded me, after my partner here put the dots together, can you do me a favor and try to...
After that, my first reaction, but when I got...
So you also...
Indeed. Reason being, but according to the... About the clothes left at the scene that you mentioned. Do you think there was a
At least from our perspective, the gun he was holding probably belonged to Jacques. Or a...
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. So you're saying Mr. Callus ended up with the gun because he seized it from one of the other guys? But hold on. If he didn't even want... Did he lose all faith in the...
About that, Malouse told... I'll tell you everything once the whole truth has been revealed.
I understand. Then, And if I may just say one more... Many people have... But it was Mr. Callus's trust that allowed me to rise through the ranks of Spina di Rosula. No matter what...
Don't worry. I will definitely find the truth. You and all our... Hey, Thierry! It's...
Oh, now, what brings you here, Miss Navia? I've heard that you made quite the name.
Oh, so you've caught news of...
Oh, okay. Hey, I'm also a member of the guards, you know.
Are you sure there isn't a...
I mean, where I work is really up to me. Callus did a fantastic job running the town. Building Spina di Rosula from the ground up and clearing... It would be next to impossible. Anyway.
Ah, yes. What happened at the...
Ah, if you want to go through the...
That'd be much appreciated.
Of course. Why do you ask?
Well, you see, so... if you...
If I had to make an analogy, when you order a dish, the chef will make it for you. You can ask the chef to cook, but not to massage. If you try to make removing a cereal, so I can promise you, those mecha were definitely private units. They're certainly not cheap. So, whoever their owner is must be...
Oh, then you're officially in the clear, Thierry.
Jokes aside, I'll be staying in this...
Which is more valuable?
Being skilled at something doesn't make it a hobby. Being skilled at something doesn't make it a hobby.
The damned will sooner die again than lay a hand on me.
skilled at something doesn't... Skilled at something doesn't make it a hobby.
Those memories. So dark.
Being skilled at something doesn't make it a hobby. Being skilled at something doesn't make it a
The
hobby.
damned will sooner die again than lay a hand on me.
Being skilled at something doesn't make it a hobby. Being skilled at something doesn't make it a hobby.
Those memories. So dark.
Hello. How may I help? I'm here to see Marcel. Could you please let him know? You can just say... Sure. I will let him know right away.
Ah, Navia, hello. Sorry to keep you waiting. I'm not as young as I used to be, so my legs are giving out a bit.
Oh, it's all right, Uncle Marcel. There's no need to stress. I just wanted to talk to you briefly about what happened in the Opera House. I'm sure you saw everything too, right?
Yes, I've never seen anything so strange.
Oh, you were at the Opera House too?
That's right. I went there with Navia to see the magic show. Who knew it would turn into a whole murder mystery? I also witnessed your marvelous sleuthing work. Quite impressive. To beat the Hydro Archon at her own game on her own turf, I can already imagine everyone in Fontaine discussing your exploits over a few glasses of wine.
Oh, Paimon doesn't want to become the talk of drunkards.
Apologies. It's just how Fontaine is as a nation. Everyone loves drama and theatrics.
Uncle Marcel, you've also...
Yes, I was reminded of your father's case right away. Is that what you're investigating now?
Exactly. I still don't have much solid proof, but I can sense that the other side has already begun to act.
Oh, and what makes you say that?
We were attacked on Araneus by some unnumbered Gardamex. And there was also an attempt to get me to drink water from the primordial sea. If not for the vigilance of my partner, I probably wouldn't even be here talking to you right now.
Oh, you're giving us too much credit. Wasn't it you who protected us?
Alas, it seems things are heating up again. The peace that Callus sought so dearly will soon become a thing of the past. But rest assured, Navia, Poisson will always remain a safe haven for you. If you're scared, you can always return there. If anyone dares to lay their hands on you there, The Confrérie of Cabriere will use its funds to the last Mora to bring them to justice.
Thank you, Uncle Marcel. But I don't do you have any new thoughts on my father's case?
About that. Sorry, my age is catching up with me, so it'll take me a while to recall my memory. The Confrérie was responsible for that banquet, so I was out and about the whole time making sure things were running smoothly. I didn't even have the time to drink with the guests. Then I heard the sound of a gunshot, and the rest was history.
Oh, it's okay. No need to push yourself. We'll ask around some more. See if there are any valuable clues elsewhere.
Sounds good. Just let me know. All my wealth comes from Callus's patronage and support. I'll spend however much it takes to clear his name.
This can work. I'll just treat them as new samples.
Every scent tells a story.
This can work. I'll just treat them as new samples.
Every scent tells a story.
The damned will sooner die again than lay a hand on me.
This can work. I'll just treat them as new samples.
Every scent tells a story.
This can work. I'll just treat them as new samples.
Those memories. So dark.
I'll just treat them as new samples.
Every scent tells a story.
This can work. I'll just treat them as new samples.
Every scent
Reduced to
tells-
just standing around. How absurd.
This can work. I'll just treat them as new samples.
Every scent tells a story.
I'll just treat them as new samples.
Those memories. So dark.
Every scent tells a story.
Reduced to just standing around. How absurd. Those memories. So dark.
Every scent tells a story.
This can work. I'll just treat them as new samples.
We've talked to all 3 suspects, purely based on their conversations with me.
None of them sounded particularly suspicious.
I suppose. Anyway.
But where should we start? Ah, you're right! Florent.
According to Jacques.
So, Jacques fired the first shot?
Oh? And why is that?
Ooh, that's a good point. Jacques probably already knew that he was just being used as a tool for murder. And once he had completed his mission, he'd be of no more use to his boss.
Huh. So, what would make more sense from his perspective? Makes sense. Besides Jacques, it's obvious that our enemy...
Do you think he...
Given everything that's happened since... But who among the 3 suspects would have the ability to control privately owned Gardamex? Florent? But...
So you're saying...
Exactly. He can't. And even if he could, I don't think he would be able to dispatch a whole group so quickly. Thierry, you say? Huh. It is possible that he's figured out a way to convert the Gardamex for personal use. But I didn't feel like he was lying when he was talking to us about the mecha.
Yeah. And if the mecha were taken from the guards, it should be pretty easy to find out when and how that happened.
Uncle Marcel? My father did really trust him. And they worked together on a large number of projects. Maybe that's how he got to know Jacques. And with funds from the Confrérie, he could also afford a large number of Gardamex. It's still really hard for me to imagine, though. After all, Uncle Marcel has been around since I was just a child. Also, wouldn't this mean he has been spending a whole lot of mora and energy to fight his own synth business? Who could it be? You know, if you
Could we be missing others?
the suspect is... even if I don't want to believe it, I'm starting to see how...
Well, we still have another trump card on top of all the theorizing and speculating.
Yes. Malus, we need far more salt...
Navia, here you are. Oh, I've been...
Huh?
Yeah,
Wasn't that
I know. But they said the person they're putting on trial is a Fatui Harbinger called...
What?
Yeah.
Well,
Wait,
that's what I thought. If the charge
right.
Yeah.
Huh? Split up? What do you mean? Since this is... You're right. I won't have any chance of making that charge stick, though, unless we find more evidence. It'll be...
We'll help you.
Demoiselle, please allow us to accompany you.
I'm ready.
Ah, Malus, Silver.
We heard. It's our hope.
See you then. Now that Navia has set out for Arania, the location has already been marked on the map, so let's head over.